Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about the idea of starting over. This could be in any aspect of your life, or maybe even a full start over. I think starting over can be extremely scary, but I do think that the thought of it is less scary than the actual follow through. So when we think of change, so I'm a firm believer that we have to keep evolving and changing and sometimes starting over, and that if we don't, life throws circumstances at us that makes for change, that we're forced to start over. And so I think it's good to look at the areas of your life that you may want to start over in. And I think what's scary about that is that nobody really wants to start over past a certain age. I think society makes us feel like by a certain age you have to have so much done, accomplished, you have to know exactly what you want, and that if you start over, it's not going to work out well. You have that idea of faith, and then you have the other idea where people so there's two sides tugging. The rational one that's like, what if this doesn't work? And the other one that's like your biggest cheerleader, you know, those inspirational videos. I feel like one day that will be you. You know, like I've imagined where I'm standing up at a podium talking about how that one time I made this huge change with $5 in my bank. I have come so far, and then everybody applauds, and it really motivates me. And then there's the other side that's like, am I sitting at home watching Jerry eating Doritos, living my best life? And the follow through was just too much and too unrealistic. I think when you suffer from any type of mental illness, a depression, you know, anxiety, I think sometimes you don't know that if you're living in your own reality, and although anxiety doesn't define us, or depression, it is a part of our life. So I think when looking at starting over, you have to write down the pros and the cons. And obviously people know to write the pros and the cons, but even more importantly, you have to write down the realities. I'm not here to say that, you know, everything's possible, but you know, there are some realities that are not possible, and that's the truth. I think after you're writing down the pros and the cons in your reality, I think although discussing it with a few close people, I think you really have to listen to your intuition. Sometimes getting people's opinions just make me overthink things. And like I said, although it's good, I think it's better to wait a little bit till you have, you know, something's written down, an idea, because otherwise people will give you all sorts of feedback or ideas, all these ideas that can be quite overwhelming. So I would say those are the things to think about when making a huge change or just really starting over in any aspect.